Welcome to part 7 of the Ratchet and Clank Let's Play. So for now, well actually, yeah, just for now we are done with the Blarg Tactical Research Station, and since we got the infobot and the decommissioned warship, which has just exploded, we now have to go to Blackwater City. And just for the sake of a reminder, Blackwater City holds possibly the most annoying skill point, probably the worst skill point in the whole game. But thankfully I am not getting it. But I think it might be good to, you know, mention that. It's for those that want to go after the skill point. And funny enough, the worst skill point in the game is also in possibly the worst part of the game, too. How appropriate. So, like usual, we have our two pathways to go through. I don't want to get the Mind Glove just yet, not that I want to, but for the sake of 100% completion, I think I should. Plus, it might be good to Plus, it might be good to show off, you know? So anyway, since we have our two pathways, first off, we have the platforming part. We just need to, well, swing across the, just swing across, that's the water. If you do fall in the water, you have some time to recover and go back on land. But for the most part, if you do fall in the water, there'll be this giant fish that'll just eat you. And that's a one-hit kill, so you might want to watch out for that. It's not really that bad of a design choice when you think about it, considering the fact that, I don't know, they don't want you to go past the boundaries. The developers don't want you going past boundaries where they never really intended you to. Then again, they never really intended you to go outside of the game's boundaries to begin with. So, I can at least see why they implemented that at least. Okay, now in this part, we now have this is the first time we are using the Hydro Displacer, and it's just as simple as it sounds. You just saw that we just drained the lake, then we came across another Insta Faucet, as the game calls it. So we head to the other Insta Faucet, and it makes the water rise. It's pretty much useful for these puzzles where you have to make the water rise or descend, and just to help get you past the pathway. Well, help you get past the level, I should say. In terms of the other gadget, well, to be honest though, I do think this is better than this other gadget that you get in the sequel, Going Commando, where it's called the, what was it called? The Thermo Displacer? The Therminator? I think it was called the Therminator. Where it lets you freeze and heat up water, or it lets you freeze lakes and well, heat up ice all you want. But honestly, that one's not really so much. That one isn't really that fun to use. I mean, for the sake of puzzles, I guess it could be clever, but they never really did anything clever. Well, to be fair, they don't really do anything clever here with the Hydro Displacer. So the Hydro Displacer I do think is better than the Terminator, I think it's called. Well, the point is, while I do think the Hydro Displacer might be better, I don't think that's saying much. Anyway, we now have to go down this little cavern here. No problem right there. Just gotta collect these bolts. There's no problem. And then when we press on this button right now, yeah, now we have to run for our lives, because as soon as we press the button, the water in the sewers is gonna rise. And my best bet, do not let that water catch up to you, because if you do, well, then you're boned. And there's no air pockets that Ratchet can use either. Oh shit! I long jumped in the wrong direction. Damn, it was a good thing I was actually able to recover that time. On my test playthrough, I died like, I think at least 2 or 3 times here. It's ridiculous. So anyway, But yes, there's no air pockets, so if you let the water catch up to you, the game's not going to pull any punches. So in other words, you're screwed. My best bet for this part, as soon as you start this segment, long jump. That should give you plenty of difference between you and the water. So here I'm just hurrying, and we made it. I got it on my first try too. The Let's Play curse. It's a thing. And from Brain Scratch Comms anyway. So anywho, what do we get for going to the sewers? Well, this guy right here, that I'm not talking to yet.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million volts.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 volts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance. You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you, and I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you quickly quit? Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Oh, that was a long-ass cutscene. But just to go in, honestly, just once again, just to go back in the Ratchet's character for a little bit, and I know I probably won't say that. I know I should probably save this, but I guess this is also another character trait that I feel, well, that really doesn't fit Ratchet. I mean, you just saw in the cutscene that, hey, Ratchet's all, wait, I can be a hero? Shit, well, alright, I'll do it. I'm in. But it was never really so much like, how should I put it? It never really was like, I want to be just like you, that sort of thing. You know? Oh, but it's just, like, I honestly feel that, again, Ratchet, I honestly don't see Ratchet as the Boy Scout type. I honestly think he's more, like, he has the attitude. Well, he has an attitude, he has more character to him in this game. And that's something I'll be discussing maybe next part, maybe next part or part 9. But still, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I was talking about beforehand. I wanted to briefly mention. So anywho, we have to go to the rest of Blackwater City because we're obviously not done here yet. I mean, we just got past as a section where we can't let the water rise above our necks, otherwise we die. So for this part right here, we have our shooting segment. It's where enemies are going to be more plentiful. These guys, the guys with the hazmat suits, you can easily take them out with the pistol or pyroster. But then we're also introduced to another enemy known as the amoeboids. And what the amoeboids do is that if you hit them once, they split. And if you hit them again, they split until they disappear. The best weapon you can use on those guys, in my opinion, is the pyroster. Since the pyroster has a long range, and whenever enemies get hit, they get knocked back. Like this. That's how you use the pyroster, ladies and gentlemen. You hold down circle, and you pretty much run in circles. Those, not an actual flamethrower or whatnot, where you can only aim straight. It gives you more freedom of movement. Well, more movement, freedom to move, which is nice. But of course, now we can't really progress here. I wonder what this button does. It's gonna open up that door, but it's also gonna open up the other door. So it's not that these enemies are a problem anyway. You can easily just take them out with a few wrench swipes or pistol, blaster bullets, I should say. Hey, why am I calling it the pistol? I should be calling it the blaster. It's not really that difficult. But another thing that we are introduced are these giant tanks where they're not actual tanks where they shoot things at you, but rather they pretty much, how should I put it? Expel toxic gas, which you can easily avoid by wearing a certain mask that you can get later on in the game. But we're not going to be getting that until way later. So look forward to that at least. There's that tank I was talking about. Another one of the skill points in this level. There's 3, by the way. There's 2 skill points in the hoverboard racing, where obviously it has that time attack skill point where you have to beat the race in first place in under 1 minute and 35 seconds. 1 minute and 35 seconds. One where you have to do tricks. It's kind of hard to explain. But then there's this other one where you have to have a certain gun where it turns enemies into chickens. No joke. Then again, if you've seen the trailer, then you'll know what I'm talking about at least. This guy looks shady. Let's go talk to him, shall we?
Rhino for your robot. Trade you.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a rhino anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y-N-O. Rip ya a new one.
Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the Blarg.
Stolen? Look, trash can. Did I say anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
And yeah. It's a good weapon. Yeah, it'll rip you a new one. But it'll also rip your wallet a new one as well. Because it costs like 150,000 bolts just to get it. Now that wouldn't be a problem, but since bolts aren't as plentiful as they are in the other games, in the sequels anyway, you're probably gonna have to do like, say, 4 playthroughs at least just to get the Rhino. Cause you have other stuff to get too, like regular weapons, and you have to pay characters to advance the plot. You also have to, let's say, and even some of the optional stuff, like the gold weapons, where you need to buy in conjunction with gold bolts. And then there's also health upgrades too. So good luck getting that on your first playthrough, because it's pretty much impossible unless if you do a shitload of grinding, or this certain bolt glitch, which is actually present in this level. Now here I tried to do a trick, but I think I failed miserably at. So what I do is, I press the button, I long jump, Ratchet doesn't grab the ladder, and I get shot. So for this tactic, I whip out my agents, and I let them do all the work. I long jump away, just to make sure I don't get hit. Like that, it's pretty effective, I'm not gonna lie. Call me a pussy all you want, but hey, it works. I'll take it. Plus, there's too many enemies for me to... Plus, there's just way too many of them. So I think the Agents of Doom will work. At the very least. Now we have another elevator, and we have this little set piece where we have a laser fence maze. I obviously can't kill these enemies while they're behind the laser barriers. I don't know why. But at this point, it's not really so much a maze since you can only go one way. And the only way to open these barriers is to simply press the button. And you just gotta keep doing that. Okay, gotta... And... well, and that's if... well, technically that should be it for the maze. But we have to go back just to kill all these other enemies. And for this gold bolt, too, by the way. Which we can't really obtain by normal means. So we're gonna have to do something more out of the way. Well, I wouldn't say out of the way, but... definitely something. A way that you would never really guess. But as of now, I'm just trying to kill all the enemies just so I stock up on whatever bolts I can get. But there's the gold bolt, and there's a button. Too bad it's broken, so we can't really open the laser barrier that way. So instead, what we have to do is that we have to get on top of the laser. We have to get on top of the maze and run across well, very skinny ledges. But before we do that, though, I also want to make sure I take out this tank too. just to make my life easier. But anyway, yes, you go on top of the maze like this. You run across these very narrow ledges, making sure that you don't fall off. And booyah! We now have another gold bolt. And thank God we can get out of here, otherwise it would be very, very stupid design. Well, then again, I'm pretty sure there's no developer in Insomniac would be stupid enough to lead you into a one-way room kind of trap. Surely that doesn't happen. And unless it's some kind of a glitch. Well, some kind of glitch. But yeah. We just have... But as far as the shooting segment goes, that's pretty much it. But of course, we are still not done with this level, because we now have this part to do. We just have to talk to this lady right here.
Welcome to the HoverCon Intergalactic Hoverboard Competition. Captain Quirk's giving away a brand new Platinum Zoomerator to the winner of this competition.
A platinum zoomerator. Perhaps that will be the proof of your accomplishments that Skid's agent requires.
Wait, Do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, you know, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
And then we press triangle to enter the race. Okay, so now we have it. Well, what the hell was that? Oh god, no. Oh my god. What the hell's going on here? Oh my god. It involves that big red shiny button I pressed. As wasn't it? It not only destroyed that one Blargian warship, it also put Sonic Boom into the game. What have I done? Oh shit. You know, the shitty segment just got shittier. How is that even possible? Anyway, ignoring the sound clips, we now have the hoverboard segments, and these are by far, well, hands down the worst part of this game. Alright, you move with the left analog stick, you jump with the X button, and you do tricks with the circle button. But here's the thing. In terms of how the hoverboard controls, the hoverboard controls really friggin' slippery. It may not look like it when I'm playing it, but when you do actually get to play it, oh, I'm not joking. It is pretty damn slippery. And again, I already mentioned that you can do tricks, but don't. At least for the first time, don't. Because if you do, you'll most likely just fail. Like, you'll most likely just hit the, you'll most likely just fail on the landing, and it'll pretty much cost you the race. Just like running into a crate. So yeah, fuck that. And I'm definitely not sitting through this entire race again, despite it only being 3 laps. But that is it for the first hoverboard.
Hi folks, Captain Quark here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, look, that's us.
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Quark-tastic day.
That is it. Yes, that is pretty much it for the first hoverboard race. Thankfully, though, there are only like 2 of them in the whole game, so as bad as these are, there's really not many of them, so that's good. Anyway, folks, the next time we meet in part 8, we're gonna be not only going to planet Umbrus, but we're also gonna be going back to planet Iridia just to get a certain upgrade. An optional upgrade, but still an upgrade. I'm GameMan584. Thank you for watching part 7. See you then.